Hey everybody, it's me Richard with Nightmares, Tears, Anyone. So, 42 years ago, this classic was released. Is it still as creepy and disturbing 42 years later? Come back after the intro. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's me, Richard. So, as I said, I almost spilled my coffee just now. Yes, I'm drinking coffee at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock p.m. I hate these ring light glares. This is a very badass hand-painted mug. Yeah. Lover. So, as I said, in 1979, November 1st, actually, this little Hummer right here, and this is my original copy. Yeah. But I have many, many, many copies, as I have all the original first 5. Yes. This is just the first 5 of the Dollengangers series. There's actually 9 of them. This is the one that starts Saturday night. It's actually called... this starts Saturday night on Lifetime. It's actually called Flowers in the Attic. The Origin. Yeah. It's a 4-part series, but it's based on this book here, Garden of Shadows, because we all know that when Lifetime did the 4-movie series, they planned on doing the 5th book, but they're releasing them in the same way they were published. And if you want my opinion, that's the best way to read them. Now, speaking of my opinions, this review is my opinion only, as all of my reviews on my channel, whether it's this channel where I review horror movies and books, or just we talk about scary ass things, or if it's my other channel, Real Men Craft 2, that also is my opinion only. You guys don't have to agree with me. You don't even have to like the book. Just enjoy and have fun with the reviews. Plus, if you like the reviews and if you like horror as much as I do, I would love a huge thumbs up if you like my content. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button right there. Ring that bell so you get notifications. Let's get into this review. So, before I do my review, with the book in my hand, I'm going to read to you guys what I wrote just the other night on my Goodreads account. Yeah, I just listened to the audiobook version. What's today? Today is Wednesday. And speaking of today being Wednesday, Monday was the 4th of July. Hopefully you guys all had a great 4th of July. Those of you that are here in America, that live in America and celebrated the 4th of July. Yeah, here in California. And speaking of 1979, I'm wearing my Xanadu shirt, which the movie came out in the summer of 1980. So yeah, I don't have a Flowers in the Attic shirt. I'm surprised I don't. But so yeah, I wanted to reread these books. At least I wanted to reread or listen to Flowers in the Attic before the new series starts Saturday night. I'm really looking forward to the series. because I've always loved the fifth books, which are always prequels in V.C. Andrews series. Now, here's my review that I did on my Goodreads account. My rating is right above the picture there. But here's what I wrote. Forget the movies and television movies. Just read the horror classic that all those are based on. You will never forget the horror of Flowers in the Attic. I remember reading this in 1979 when it was released. Originally, loved it then. However, rereading it again now after 42 years, this is a literary classic. Remember, this is my opinion only. The writing was so before its time, and Andrews was such an amazing and talented writer that it was such a shame when Niederman took over as her ghostwriter. But that did not stop me from reading every single V.C. Andrews book and buying them all. Yes, I have all of them. I have 4 shelves up there with all the series and all the books in order. Yeah. Kathy and Chris and the twins, Corey and Carrie Dollenganger, have no idea what is in front of them the night that they find out that their father is killed in an auto accident. Never in their minds would they have ever thought that their mother was an evil and greed-filled woman who could care less for her children. When this book was released in 1979, it was the Harry Potter of its time. It had young teens and adults. Everyone worldwide was reading this, and they could not get enough of the terror of what lived and grew in the attic. V.C. Andrews was on her way to becoming a publishing phenomenon. This book has sold over 65 million copies. There have been 2 movies / series made based on it also. One was a movie theatrical version that was released in 1987, put out by New World Pictures. It was directed by Jeffrey Bloom. I will pop up a picture of the poster art from it here. Yes, I did go see the movie. We stood in line for hours the opening weekend, and it was horrible. The first 20 minutes of the movie were so promising. It starred Louise Fletcher, from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and many other movies. She's an Academy Award-winning actress. She starred as the grandmother. Victoria Tennant starred as the mother. And Kristy Swanson was fresh off the boat of her, what was that movie where she was, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She played Kristy. She played Kristy. She played Kathy. What the hell am I talking about? Kristy Swanson played Kathy. Yeah, she played Kathy Dollenganger. The movie was terrible. And if you haven't seen the original movie, you can consider this a spoiler or not, but they show this in the original trailer for the movie. The movie was so dumb. The end of the movie, evidently they didn't plan on making any more because the mother hangs herself with her wedding dress by accident on the day of her wedding. Yeah, it was so terrible. It was so cheesy and so bad. The book has sold well over 65 million copies. There have been 2 movies / series made based on it also, but you must forget all the celluloid versions and read the basis for the movies. This is still as disturbing and horrific as it was, if not more than it was in 1979. 5 stars all the way. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars actually. The book, the audiobook was read by Mina Suvari, who is an actress, and she has been in many films today. She does an incredible narration of the book, and yes, the book was disturbing as hell. It's still as creepy as it was ever. I would still consider it a horror classic. What these kids go through is just absolutely horrific. And it starts out, the book is based in the late 50s, and yes, Kathy and Chris and their twin little siblings, Corey and Carrie, are awaiting their father to come home on his birthday, his 40th birthday. And the family is having a huge party, huge party. And the mother is very well liked in her community, in her neighborhood. And they were always considered the doll, the Dresden Dolls, because they had flaxen, yellow, white, blonde hair and blue eyes. And the night of his party, the night that he's supposed to come home, he's killed in a horrific snowy accident, where he's killed in a car accident. And the whole entire family and all of their friends are expecting him to drive in when they hear a car pull up into the driveway, and they hear somebody knock on the door. Well, they get the terrible news from a local police officer that their father has been killed in a terrible accident. This sets their mother oh my God, just the most horrible woman in the world. She gets this wild, crazy idea that she's going to move her 4 kids to Virginia to live with her mother and her father, who is dying. And she tells the kids that as soon as he dies, she's going to be, inheriting millions and millions of dollars. Well, what starts out as just it'll only be overnight or a couple nights ends up being over 3 years. These kids are in the attic, and horrible. At the beginning, when they're first imprisoned in the attic, the twins are only 5. Chris is why do I keep calling her Chris? Her brother's name is Chris. Chris is 14, almost 15, and Kathy is 12. Now, Kathy has dreams of being a world-renowned ballet dancer, and her brother Chris wants to be the world's best doctor slash surgeon. We all know the basis of this story, and if you don't, what rock have you been hiding under? But the story of Flowers in the Attic is, it's very... It was a subject matter that was just not... it was very controversial when the book was originally published in 1979. We all know that it has to do with incest, murder, greed, lust, child abuse, extreme child abuse, and that dreaded word incest. Now, if you don't know the story, yeah, the kids, Kathy and Chris, they come of age while living in the attic, but don't think that this book is just going to be an incest-filled, graphic, disturbing, sexual deviant book of child abuse. It is a disturbing book of child abuse, but the incest that goes on between Kathy and Chris doesn't even happen till the last 7% of the book. The last 7% of the book. And the book has 400 and... Let me throw my glasses on really quick. The book has 412 pages in it. Now, on the back of this book, it says, "Such wonderful children, such a beautiful mother, such a lovely house, such endless terror." It wasn't that she didn't love her children, she did, but there was a fortune at stake. A fortune that would assure their later happiness if she could keep the children a secret from her dying father. So she and her mother hid her darlings away in an unused attic, just for a little while. But the brutal days swelled into agonizing years. Now Kathy, Chris, and the twins wait in their cramped and helpless world, stirred by adult dreams, adult desires, served a meager sustenance by an angry, superstitious grandmother who knows that the devil works in dark and devious ways. Sometimes he sends children to do his work, children who one by one must be destroyed. Yes, the book is still just as upsetting, and I think it's more upsetting as an adult to read. The book is still and will always be a classic to me. It was a book, like I said, that when it was published, it had the entire world reading it. It was published in like 22 languages. It was, like I said, it was made into a 4-part movie series on Lifetime that was so well done. But even those versions left out so much of the book. And after just listening to it again the other night, yes, I listened to it in just a couple hours actually, I forgot how much the movies and both the theatrical movie and the TV movie left out of the book. The eating of dead raw animals, the human bloodletting that takes place in the attic, I mean, tarring of, and torturing of these kids, and just, if you haven't read it, do yourself a favor, read it. You won't ever forget it, and believe me, when you read the first one, you'll want to read the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one, and the fifth one. The 6th, 7th, and 8th, and the 9th weren't that good, but like I said, here's the first one, Flowers in the Attic. The second one was Petals on the Wind. Here's the disturbing, this one I lost the inside artwork to. This is the third one, If There Be Thorns. Yes, there's a mysterious, God, I hate this, but there's a boy looking through the window. That's the third one. The fourth one was Seeds of Yesterday. And that one had some more creepy ass setback art. And the fifth one, and like I said, this is the one that the new series coming up Saturday night, Flowers in the Attic, The Origin, that is based on this one, Garden of Shadows. Yeah, if you haven't done so, pick it up. It's still a great read. It's very upsetting. It's hard to read, but it is a classic. It was a shame when V.C. Andrews did pass away. She had a lot of health problems, and if you've ever seen the original movie, she did live her life from a wheelchair, but her mother, her mother was just as bad as the grandmother was, and as the mother was in Flowers in the Attic, but her mother never wanted her books to be published, and she was 41 or 42 when Flowers in the Attic first was published, and it turned her life around. She never had kids. She lived her life. She lived she lived out of a wheelchair. She was never able to walk. But if you've seen the original movie with Louise Fletcher, there's a scene in the movie where the kids first arrive to Foxworth Hall, and they look up to one of the windows when they're walking into the house, and they see a maid, and or a servant, but she's cleaning the windows. That's V.C. Andrews. Yes, she has a little tiny, a 5-second cameo in the movie. But that's my review of V.C. Andrews' 1979 horror classic, Flowers in the Attic. You guys, like I say all the time, live your life like a book. Just don't turn that page, because once you do, it's over, you guys. Be nice to people. Be kind. Have nightmares. Have the best nightmares. That's the best kind to have. What else did I want to tell you guys about? Like a week and a half ago, The Black Phone came out. We saw it. We absolutely loved it. It's a multi-watch movie to see more than once. You will see so much more the second time you see it. The movie is absolutely terrifying. The movie is so suspenseful and so intense. And oh my God, Ethan Hawke was absolutely incredible in it. And hey, since I listened to Flowers in the Attic, I've listened to 2 more books. One, wait till you guys hear the review on that. So you guys take care. I'm Richard with Nightmares, Tears, Anyone. I still haven't decided if I want to take the word tears off. Take care, you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye, you guys.